All right, let's just call it spade a spade. Let's call it what it is. Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje is, in what many would call professional wrestling terms, a squash match. And unlike a lot of other content creators on the YouTube MMA scene who want to pussyfoot around the subject, MMA Digest saying, oh, it's a 50-50 fight, but I'm leaning Ilia Topuria. Shut the hell up. You are on such cap. Anyone acting like Justin Gaethje stands a single solitary chance of winning this fight is downright brain dead. And I'm going to tell you why, right? So Justin Gaethje, look, he's 37. Look at his most recent resume. Rafael Fiziev, he's beaten before. He won a decision. Great job. Rafael Fiziev just got slept by Mauricio Huffy. Great win, right? Who else did he beat? Oh yeah, Paddy Pimblett in a 5-round war, which everyone said, oh, Justin's going to sleep him. Justin's going to, just destroy him. Paddy Pimblett, well, he has improved since his fight with Jared Gordon, still lost to Jared fucking Gordon. On the feet, he was getting countered by Jared Gordon. And I'll tell you this, Paddy Pimblett, he rocked him a few times. He was beating his ass a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Anyone who's saying that this fight is a 50-50 is a paid-for shill. You got a lot of people in the YouTube MMA community just talking crap like, trying to break down like the actual, technical side of this fight. Like it's something that really needs to be analyzed in depth. Justin Gaethje is the easiest matchup for Ilia Topuria in the entire lightweight division. And that's not even, I have no doubts about saying that. Because there's nowhere that Justin Gaethje is going to be able to win this fight. He has good takedown defense. Ilia doesn't really use his wrestling, but when he does, he dominates. He fucking destroyed Bryson Mitchell. He was able to counter Ryan Hall. He even neutralized the jiu-jitsu of Charles Oliveira. And not to use MMA math, but like Holloway and Oliveira, they destroyed Justin Gaethje and Ilia destroyed them. But let's pretend like that doesn't even matter for a second, right? The striking exchanges between Ilia and Max and Ilia and Charles and the striking exchanges that they had with Justin Gaethje, even on the feet where Gaethje would naturally have the advantage with the boxing, he doesn't. Ilia has way cleaner boxing. He has a hell of a lot more power. And Gaethje is 37. He's not going to be able to go to war like he was in the Alvarez and the Poirier fights. He's done. So I would be generally shocked if, by some weird reason, he survives even past the second round. Now, can it happen? Can he have like a generational performance like Dustin Poirier had against Makhachev? A guy that seems tailor-made for someone that does generally better than anyone else would expect? Sure he can. But let's be honest. Anyone saying they're leaning Ilia Topuria or it's a close fight, but I'm going with Ilia, is either a casual, they've never watched the sport before, or they have paid for opinions. A lot of these MMA content creators have paid for opinions. Ilia Topuria is going to smoke Justin Gaethje inside 2 rounds. This is the easiest stylistic matchup for Ilia Topuria. He's beaten way better competition. He has the grappling edge. He has the boxing edge. What's going to happen is this is how the fight's going to play out. Ilia is going to corner Justin Gaethje. He's going to cut off the center of the octagon. Now, a lot of people are going back to, Justin Gaethje has the length advantage. And that head kick is wide open because Jai Herbert landed a head kick on Ilia Topuria way back in the day. Rocked him, had him in a bit of trouble. But guess what? Topuria bounces back, sleeps him, dead, cold. And Gaethje landed a 1 in a million head kick on Dustin Poirier, who was wide open for it. I'm sorry. It was a very simple thing to call. What's going to happen is that Ilia Topuria is going to cut off the center of the cage. It's going to look very similar to the Max Holloway fight. He's going to pressure Gaethje. Gaethje might land some good shots on the back foot and generally try to maximize the sort of octagon space. But Ilia is a master of cutting corners and cornering larger opponents. Generally, he's very good at controlling that center of the octagon, pressuring heavy. We saw it in the Max Holloway fight. He completely made Holloway fight backwards because he's, even as a smaller guy, he's able to pressure a lot bigger opponents because of the power he has and the boxing combinations he does throw. And he's going to be mixing stuff up to the body, which Gaethje is very susceptible to. He's going to be landing knees and kicks to the body, which worked as far back as the Eddie Alvarez fight. And eventually he's going to catch Gaethje on the chin, who's going to fall down. He's going to look like a drunk. If you look at that Paddy Pimblett fight, Paddy Pimblett was landing solid knees, solid punches on Justin Gaethje's chin. By round 5, they looked like a bunch of exhausted drunks. And it was a great fight. Gaethje had a hell of a performance, but it wasn't the performance everyone said he was going to have. People said he was going to steamroll Paddy Pimblett, that he was going to walk through him, that he was just going to beat him up. Now, I, like an idiot, as well as several others, I admit it, we picked Paddy Pimblett to win. But even still, Paddy Pimblett on the feet, those Askren Aljo like spinning techniques and sloppy drunk man brawling tactics. And that was landing clean on Justin Gaethje. Ilia Topuria is a surgeon of a boxer. He will be calculated. He will pick his shots. He will shut off Gaethje to the body and eventually shut off his brain when he goes upstairs and delivers a nice fucking combination straight to the chin of Justin Gaethje. This is the easiest fight for Ilia Topuria in the lightweight division. And I will say that I think, Arman Tsarukyan would have been a much harder fight. I feel like, Mauricio Huffy is a much harder fight. Even guys in the top 5 to top 10, like even guys like Quillen Salkilled and, Mauricio Huffy, those guys throw kicks. They're very dynamic. They're long. They're rangy. Those guys would present more of a problem to Ilia Topuria than Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje is 37. He's had multiple cracks at the title, lost every single one. And I like Gaethje. He's a fun brawler. He has a good personality. He's a legend of the sport. He always comes to play. But let's not act like this isn't a stylistic squash match of the highest degree. Ilia Topuria will sleep Justin Gaethje or submit him even. I could see him dropping him, getting him into a submission, and tapping him out cold. Gaethje will, probably retire after this fight. He's made a career off taking a shitload of damage. He's older by a lot. Ilia Topuria has just reached his prime. The only thing you could really count on is maybe Justin Gaethje landing a head kick, which is possible. But even still, I think Topuria has improved a lot since that Jai Herbert fight. And I don't think Justin has anything to offer Ilia that Ilia can't see coming. I think Ilia knows what he's doing by taking this fight rather than the Arman fight. Not saying I don't think he would beat Arman. I think he would beat Arman just because Arman's really kind of green on the feet and Ilia's got that power. But Justin is a much easier fight for Ilia Topuria. And anyone on MMA YouTube saying that this isn't the case, they're just feeding you crap. But let me know what you think in the comments. I have Ilia Topuria dispatching Justin Gaethje in 2 rounds or less.